Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jay with the 224 Podcast, coming back at you with another video. And man, today is another rough day for hip hop, man. Our culture is under attack again. Young Thug has been arrested and taken into custody by the Atlanta Police Department, Fulton County Sheriff's Department, and it's not looking good. He and 27 other people are being charged on a 56-count RICO case. If you don't know what a RICO case is, RICO stands for Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act, which is basically how law enforcement got rid of the mob. If you could connect this one person with a crime and this other person is associated with that person, then that person can be charged with the same crime that person is charged with. That's essentially a RICO. Now, the reason why Young Thug is being charged in this 56-count indictment is because he has been known to have founded YSL, not the record label, not Young Stoner Life Entertainment, not that, but the gang, the very violent gang in Atlanta. Now, they've been building a case for almost a decade now. And there's been a lot of footage of Thug, screaming YSL, shouting YSL, before the label was created in 2016. Law enforcement in Atlanta has been building this case. And I mean, they've been fucking waiting on him. We're talking about since 2013. Atlanta DA Fannie Willis, the police Chief Bryan, and Sheriff Labatt, they've been building this case against YSL, YFN, and other gangs in Atlanta for a decade now. They say they're fucking done with all the gang violence in Atlanta. And Thug is like one of the centerpieces of this shit because he's been known to be one of the founders of YSL. So when they got him on this shit, they're not just going after him because he's a big name. And in a little like petty jabby type way, DA Willis during her press conference yesterday kind of stated, she's like, oh, he's just, he has, some notoriety and a small amount of social media fame. Like, no, he's one of the biggest fucking rappers out there right now. It's not just some small town guy. So they really don't like the fact that this big motherfucker, this well-known celebrity basically, is, in their opinion and in their investigations, the head of a very violent criminal organization. So he is the centerpiece, which I'll get to in a second. It's also weird that Sheriff Labatt was kind of promoting their Sheriff's app throughout the press conference. At the end of the day, they're trying to get more notoriety and fame as well. It's not like they're just doing this shit for law and justice. Like, no, they want something on the back end too. However, DA Willis did say that social media is a wonderful tool for prosecutors building their case. Her direct words, it's a direct quote from DA Willis during yesterday's press conference. Also, YSL artist Gunna has been one of the 28 names that has been brought up in this indictment. So his arrest will be coming soon. Now, when we talk about Gunna's been only charged with one count, which is, conspiracy to organize criminally, right? His lawyers may be able to get him off because I think that charge was thrown his way because he's on the record label Young Stoner Life. And the DA, the sheriff, and the police chief are connecting the label with the street gang. But that may be the only way they can get him off of that. In my honest opinion, this shit not looking good, man. I'm just going to be honest with y'all. This shit does not look good for Thug. There may be a little bit more light at the end of the tunnel for Gunna, but for Thug, it's bad. When law enforcement gets anyone on a RICO, it's not if they're going to jail. More cases than not, it's when they're going to jail and for how long, depending on what information you give up and who you give up. I've seen a lot of shit online in the last 10 years during the rise of fame and notoriety of Young Thug. It's a lot of shit out there that, he's screaming YSL. Just again, all before the actual label was created. I mean, it's all documented, man. If you put this shit on social media yourself, you know, it's incriminating. And a lot of people argue, okay, what about the music? Shouldn't artists be able to express themselves freely? There's a group of governors in New York who are trying to pass a bill that protects hip-hop artists from being indicted and having their music used against them in court. We actually did a video on that very subject. If you want to, go click on it right here. It's up in the card. Go click on that video. Go watch that video. Get some more information about that. We speak on how we feel about that bill positively and how we feel about that bill and, you know, more critical critiquing type of way. There's a good part and a bad part to that. We get it. We understand hip-hop artists should be able to express themselves artistically. Any other artist can. The problem that we had was, if you are talking about actual fucking crimes in your music, if you're talking about actual crimes on your social media platforms, why can't law enforcement use that to help better the community? That's supposed to be their job right now. We can have a whole fucking conversation about what law enforcement is supposed to do and what law enforcement actually does. We can have a fucking 5-hour conversation about that. Like, that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm just talking about what their job is and how they're supposed to carry it out. If you're saying shit on here, if you're on social media and you are speaking about criminal activity, and then there's video that has you connected to that criminal organization, then you name a record label after that criminal organization, and you keep talking about criminal acts as they pertain to that criminal organization in your music. How motherfucking long do you think these cops are going to just let you do that? That is fucking crazy. Not only that, there's a rival gang in the same city that you're in, YFN. That would be, for anyone who doesn't know, there's a rapper named YFN Lucci who's currently in prison for the same shit because he's from Atlanta too. And YFN Lucci and Young Thug had beef, and this shit spilled over. You don't think that the cops look at shit like that? You don't think the cops see that and they don't jot this shit down? They don't write it down? They don't fucking make a whole... Like, this is the point on why we tell motherfuckers, get off social media. At least with your personal shit. At least with shit that you really shouldn't be putting on there. Social media is now a tool to market your platform, your business, whatever it is. It's not a platform anymore to fucking put your life on there. That's not what this shit is made for anymore. Maybe back in the day when it first came out, when it was just like the wild, wild west of social media, you can maybe, you know, let people know what you're doing there, how you living there. None of that shit matters anymore. Social media is 80% cap and 20% marketing. That's what social media is now. 80% lies, and the other 20% someone is trying to sell you something. Do not put your personal life or personal information on social media. It will be used against you. And this is what this RICO case has been built off of. Years of these guys getting online, talking about what they're doing in the streets. Stop talking about that shit. And I get it. It's a lot of what hip hop is now is selling that authentic, reality-based hip hop, where a lot of the street shit comes into the music. But think about that for a second. Just think about how the industry, these record companies, these record labels are putting their own artists in danger, because it's like, hey, go make that music. The music about killing, shooting, robbing, selling dope, fucking up the community. And then when that artist has been federally indicted in a fucking RICO case, is the record company there to be like, hey, whatever happens, we'll make sure your family's secure. We'll make sure you're... Nope. They're gone. On to the next artist to monetize and make money off of and throw in the fucking gutter when they're done with him or her. Is it worth it to keep living that type of life? Is it worth it to keep perpetuating that reality of our community when you are fucking rich? Thug, you are fucking rich. Gunna, y'all are rich. Get the fuck out of Atlanta. Why are you still in Atlanta? Why are you still there? You're there mentally. You're fucked up here. That's why you stayed physically. Get the fuck out of Atlanta. There's no reason for you to be there. Now you are in Fulton County Jail. And this is one of those things I keep preaching about, man, that the youth don't appreciate as much as the older people do because we've lived life a little more. But it is sad to see. It's a constant reminder that the street life, that shit doesn't work, man. At the end of the day, the end is always death or jail. The percentage of people who lived the street life and found a way to use that money, use the power that they got from that, the influence that they got from living that life, who haven't seen jail and aren't in the grave, who use that money, use that access and influence from that street life to build a positive life to where they don't have to do any more illegal shit. Let's say if 1 million motherfuckers live this street life, right? Out of that million, maybe 5 people have ever gotten out and was like, I don't have to look backwards anymore. I did it this way. I used the money I got off that shit and the influence that I got off that shit and built a positive life around me. And I don't have to look back at any 5 people. Maybe. Everyone else, dead or jail. That's how that life ends. That's how it will end. That's how it's been ending. That's how it's going to always end. It's not worth it. You can blow up off a rap without rapping about street shit. Kendrick, Cole, Lupe Fiasco, Big Sean. The list goes on and 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 on. Come on, man. There's so many people in the game who rap, hip hop artists, great hip hop artists, who don't rap about going to shoot niggas and kill niggas. Drake, it's so many people. You don't have to be the gangster thug nigga everywhere. Everybody can't be Tupac, man. Everybody can't be that. So stop trying to, man. It's a lesson for all the young kids trying to come into hip hop nowadays, man. That drill shit, listen, leave it alone. I'm just letting you know, the second you start saying that shit, a case is being built against you. Trust and believe that. And you're going away. You'll ride high for 9 or 10 years. And then, pow! That's it. That hammer come down. It's a wrap. This is just my opinion, though. I'm not a 24-year-old kid. This is just what I think, though. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below, man. Hit us up on social media. Let's keep the conversation going, man. How do you think Thug will fare in court? The judge already came out and stated there's no bond. He's there. The court said he can file a motion. I don't see that. I don't see the motion going through. That's not going to happen. He in there. He is locked up. And he won't be getting out until the end of the trial if he wins. He is not getting any respite. They want him. Listen, there's been 28 people who've been indicted. There's a couple people they really, really want. And Young Thug is one of them. But again, let us know what you think in the comments below, man. Let us know what y'all think on our social media platform. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok, man. This is a heavy day because you just think about the potential and the potential loss. That's the real big thing, what could have been. So again, let us know what you think in the comments below, man. Subscribe to our channel, hit the like button on this video, share this video. And when you subscribe to this channel, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Please help us out. Algorithm is the algorithm. We can't do nothing about that. So the more comments, the more likes, the more subscriptions, And the more dings on the notification bell really helps build the channel. We appreciate everything that you guys have been doing. Again, this is Jay with the 224 Podcast. Peace.